Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back to the final match of the Mania Long Note Tournament 3rd edition semifinals. We have arguably the marquee matchup of the weekend. We have DemiFiend going up against GripWarrior for the final spot in the winners finals. As always, my name is Sparky and I am joined in the commentary booth this time by Siloeska Els. Emily, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm excited to watch this match as as you said, it is quite possibly the most heated match. That's the best way I could word it. I don't really have a wide vocabulary in English, so I would like to say that this match is certainly going to be a very interesting and exciting one. You definitely do not want to miss out on this.
Yeah, for sure. I think two the strongest LN players left in the winner's bracket. And this one's going to be very interesting. The winner of this match will actually be facing off against you, Emily, in the finals weekend. So a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, this is exactly why I wanted to commentate this match. Like why not? Why not study your opponent right now? So here we go. Here's gonna be my analysis on the opponents.
Oh boy, and what pairing to potentially go up against you in the finals. We have DemiFiend, arguably laying claim to one of the best long note players of the year currently. They have been a nigh unstoppable force so far this tournament. One of only a few players left that has yet to drop a single point against anybody in this tournament, and GripWarrior,
It is to end. Oh wow,
of
even on
course.
wow, what are these accuracies? Only 1 to 100 drop by each players. Demifiend is notorious for having ridiculously good LNAC, and if there's one thing you'd want to avoid taking against him, it's gonna be anything related to LN walls. And wow, looks like they're going for Talent Shredder as the warm-up. I believe in Japanese this is Sino Shredda or something. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, this is going to be a very high-level matchup. I think it's going to be, dare I say, DemiFiend is the favorite in this matchup just off the fact that they are the #1 seed in this tournament. But if there's anybody that can potentially take a point off of them, it will definitely be GripWarrior in this semifinals matchup. Going to be a bit of a tall task for them, but they are definitely up to it. A very formidable tournament player, a very dangerous LN player as well, rounding out that skill set to join the monstrous physicality that they have on the Rice side of things.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, I think Grip Warrior definitely has the physical advantage. Not only that, if there's anything to be considered in this match, well, that was kind of a weird miss, but in my opinion, Grip Warrior's physicality could play a huge factor into who gets the victory here. But I think DemiFiend's accuracy would certainly be more than enough to match Grip Warrior's physicality here. Though with that being said, I'm not sure which one should each player ban. At this point, I would not be surprised if DemiFiend is purposely missing just so Grip Warrior does not get that much information.
That's actually a pretty decent point here. This is a style of map that Demi kind of thrives in. If not, they might be trying to get the fingers warm a little bit, maybe just trying to let some of the nerves out. This is a very high stakes matchup. You want to try and keep that winner's bracket run alive for as long as humanly possible, especially with the weight of expectations being that #1 seed. It's going to be all to play for Demi, and GripWarrior are going to be trying to pull off the upset here in that regard. It's going to be a heck of a matchup. Going back to what these players might be strategizing for, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Demi ban out some of the density picks, maybe some of the wild cards being targeted from them. Meanwhile, GripWarrior might want to opt to get rid of the more consistency-oriented picks. We know how good DemiFiend's accuracy is, and if you tone down that physicality element just a touch, you really start to see them unload in terms of accuracy. A lot of high 992 plus thousand scores going into this weekend from Demi.
That's true, and you know, if there's one thing I hope there are no hardware issues for any of these players. I would not want to see any double taps happen from either one of them. Am I right? Like that would be so sad to see.
For sure, the bane of all LM players' existence, double taps. It's all fun and games until you have the longest hold in the world just suddenly cut off by your hardware. So as it stands right now, I feel like this is really just Demi trying to mask some potential information. Don't want to give away too much out of the warm-up, especially on a map like this. This definitely qualifies as something that could have been seen in a round like this, maybe one above or one below, just given the nature of how good these players are.
Yeah, I mean, look at Neptune right now. 99.7 on Talent Shredder. I mean, it would be very devastating if any breaks happen at this point. But like, this insane consistency, the fact that you're even able to hold 99.7 on a map like this, that's just insanity. Only a few people in the world could match that.
Yeah, for sure. And as this map comes to a close, that is going to be a pretty nice warm-up run from GripWarrior here. And with that being said and done, that will do it for the warm-ups. We'll be getting into the roles just before the match proceedings, and it'll be very interesting what these players have in store for us.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Look at the ratio though. DemiFiend with the better ratio. Yeah, see, I really feel like this. I really feel like that 9 miss was kind of on purpose.
Yeah, for sure. And DemiFiend will be winning the roll out here. 28-17, Demi opting to go second in the proceedings. Want to see what GripWarrior has in store for them and maybe adjust their strategy accordingly here.
Yeah, that is true. Though, oh wow, I have 2 low rolls. I'm actually wait. I just noticed that right now, but that's 2 low rolls. All right. So looks like Grip is going to be protecting first. I think Grip should protect. Maybe something like Kevin's door. Okay, Crankit is gonna be the protect. I think that's an interesting choice. Although, I mean, it's still a map within DemiFiend's physicality range, so I would not be surprised if this is one of those picks that DemiFiend can take. And okay, looks like DemiFiend's protecting Tortura. That's a good protect in my opinion, but DemiFiend would definitely have to risk it for a pick like that.
Yeah, for sure. A complete 180 to what I was expecting these two players to be protecting. I thought it would have been Demi protecting Tech and GripWarrior protecting Density, but that is not going to be the case here. It is going to be Crankit and Tortura immune from being banned, and DemiFiend going to ban Tech 1, so Qualia not going to be played here.
It is true, but hey, looks like Tech 1 is gonna be banned by DemiFiend. I think that's a good ban, and if I were Grip, I would ban Phoenix. Yeah, exactly. That's the good ban for GripWarrior. Although, maybe Lamia could have been a little bit better, because Lamia is more Ellen Wall heavy, if you think about it, and that's what DemiFiend's really good at.
Yeah, it could be a stylistic thing, maybe wanting to keep the more higher BPM maps on the table to go into, maybe try and out-physical DemiFiend if it really does come down to it. So it is going to be GripWarrior up to pick first, and it's going to be Tech 3. Okay, so all matter of expectation getting thrown out the window is going to be Dila coming out here.
Yep, it's gonna be... Is it Dilly? Is that how you pronounce it? Or Dial? I don't know.
I would say Dila, but
Alright,
I could be wrong.
well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Dill was the right selection, because this can have a lot of choke points, and I think that's why GripWarrior wants to choose this. Which, okay, if that's the decision, then that would make a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, accuracy certainly plays a huge factor, and I think that's where DemiFiend really shines much higher, or not really much higher, but at least a little bit above GripWarrior.
Yeah, and as both players load in, we get this first map of this best of 11 underway. First player to 6 points will be punching their ticket into the winner's bracket finals. Loser will be dropping down to face Pavin in the losers finals. So definitely two very rough opponents to be going up against, but you want to try and keep that buffer of that extra win in the pocket as we make our way through this first quarter map. It is going to be GripWarrior actually taking the lead right now off of accuracy alone, about 0.1% separating both of these players.
That is true, and there are some I did say a while ago, there are some chokeable patterns here. I think they're about to come. Looks like it's a very close battle right now. See, this is the part where I'm expecting DemiFiend to just ratio Neptune, and yeah, DemiFiend is increasing that accuracy rapidly while Neptune is kind of in a stable position right now, which is not good. But oh, as I say that, DemiFiend drops a 200, which of course is not as bad as dropping a miss if you think about it, but still, any decrease is a decrease after all. So GripWarrior just has to try and be stable as he can.
Yeah, Demi just clawing back that accuracy deficit, closing it down from an entire 10 to 0.03% as we make our way into the back half of the map. These two are virtually neck and neck, and with a matchup this tight, singular 200s are going to make all the difference as you see a barrage of 300s coming out from Demi on that burst, going to drop them back down. The ball needs to roll back up the hill for Demi for the moment. Last start of the map still upcoming, and GripWarrior still in the lead, holding on to that 99.8 perch that they have sat on throughout the duration of this map.
That is true, and oh, DemiFiend with the break, that was a nasty one as well. I did see some 200 drops there. GripWarrior holding a 99.78, however, it is kind of dropping, but the accuracy drops are not going to be enough. GripWarrior would have to break if DemiFiend wants a chance at winning, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think this would be the first point that DemiFiend is going to be losing in the entire tournament. And just imagine how scary that is to wait until semifinals to lose a point.
You're absolutely right. That perfect record is going to be tarnished here. It is going to be that slider break making all the difference. And even with that slider break, the accuracy difference between these two players would have been enough to keep GripWarrior in the lead. That just made sure that they had enough cushion to work with. And as this map comes to an end, it is going to be GripWarrior picking up the first point here against DemiFiend and making it 0-1.
It is true, and everyone in the tournament has lost a point at this rate. And wow, 0-200s for GripWarrior. That V1SS is virtually unbeatable. Like that is literally unbeatable. No one is matching that. I don't think anyone's matching that.
No, that is a score for the ages to kick this match off, and DemiFiend wasting zero time. They're going to go for Heaven's Door here to try and answer back immediately, not wasting any time getting that pick in.
This is a very risky pick, in my opinion. See, when I was facing Miku Aimbot, I was thinking like, this is a map that you could choose if your opponent is chokeable. However, we did see that in the first map, DemiFiend was the one that slider broke. So really, this one is dependent on that burst, which we would have heard the sound bite of it if it weren't for it cutting to the gameplay screen just right now. But here we are. This is really a crucial pick from Demi already right off the bat, and a very risky one at that.
Yeah, this is really going to set the tone for the rest of this match. An opportunity for GripWarrior to try and take the first break point in this match. Demi trying to keep things equal for as long as humanly possible. And right out of the gates, these two are virtually neck and neck, 0.1% away from each other out of this introduction. DemiFiend actually holding on to the accuracy advantage for the moment, but it starts to even out as those bursts start to come out, damaging the accuracy. Rushes to 300s, being traded back and forth between these two players, but Demi hangs on for the moment to the lead.
Indeed, there is a lead, but this one is certainly not as chokeable as the first part, but there's still parts that are definitely considered as that. GripWarrior unfortunately is going a little bit lower in the accuracy. DemiFiend at 99.89 this far in the map, but as I say that, they break, which is not what they want. Now GripWarrior has to break in order for Demi to even have a chance at getting the point. but it doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. Both of these players are very stable, at least according to the UR right now. Looks like there are some nerves for Demi, however.
Yeah, finding another slider break this deep on into the map. The one good thing about maps as dense as this one is that getting back over that 400 combo cap is relatively easy. Already back up above it with some room to spare, and they were on that 99.9 perch for a while. They still have the accuracy lead over GripWarrior. There is a quarter of the map left to go. They are not out of the woods just yet. They need to hang on to this accuracy. Cannot afford to drop any more 200s lest DemiFiend try and take this back at the last minute, but so far everything's staying stable. GripWarrior not relenting from that 99.77, keeping just enough of a buffer to keep DemiFiend at bay.
That is true, and oh, here's the roll. No chokes happening from either side. Unfortunate drop from Demi, but it is what it is. They have the accuracy advantage, so that information should be basically imprinted in a Demi's mind right now. There's an accuracy advantage. They certainly have it there. But right now, consistency is what they absolutely needed. So this is why I think GripWarrior certainly wanted to ban Phoenix, because that's a map where even if DemiFiend, let's say, slider broke, they certainly would have had a great chance of winning that point.
Yeah, for sure. A rush coming out from Demi explaining that one slider break, and that is the fine margins that these two are treading upon, and GripWarrior are going to be picking up the first breakpoint in this match and going immediately for Coordination 1 Vend, which has been a pretty popular pick so far this weekend, and we've seen some pretty incredible scores on this so far this weekend.
I actually do not like this pick from GripWarrior because I do agree that there are a lot of chokeable parts in this map, but if you think about it, this is a very, very ACK-biased map. Yes, I did say there's a lot of chokeable parts, but without the great accuracy, you certainly will not be able to utilize that combo cap that you really, really need.
Yeah. This one a bit of a consistency test, and it's going to be up to GripWarrior to match what we are probably going to see being an astonishing accuracy coming out from DemiFiend. A couple of nerves coming in, marring two really good runs so far from them. See if they can tighten down the hatches and pull off the FC runs that we know that they are capable of. And we're going to see these two hover in that 99.9 range. You would imagine this is basically a warm-up for both of these players with how good they are at LN picks like this.
Honestly, not even like, sure, I mean, we could say warm-up, but if you think about it, these two would really need a lot of that in order to how do I even say this, like, get an accuracy like this. But right now it does seem like there is an advantage for DemiFiend, 99.92, and that's a 200 on GripWarrior's side, but still incredibly high accuracy from them. Looks like DemiFiend has the driver's seat right now, but it's not that evident. There is a lead, but it's not by much.
Yeah, a couple 100 points separating these two players as Demi starts to drop a couple more 300s here and there, just lowering their pristine accuracy just ever so slightly. The fact that we're saying that 99.87 is an accuracy drop just is a testament to how good these players have been playing so far. As we make our way into the back half of the map, about a minute and a half still left for these players to contest on, and as it stands, it is DemiFiend ahead by about 0.05%. Both players basically settling in to their respective accuracies. It would take a very long string of uninterrupted 320s to make a difference here from GripWarrior, or a 200 from DemiFiend to start throwing a spanner into the works. But as it stands, going into the last quarter of the map, it is still DemiFiend ahead by the narrowest of margins still.
It is true, and man, there is a lead for DemiFiend, but this part would really give you a lot of nerves, especially if your hands or wrists are unstable. I don't know which one is even worse, but it looks like DemiFiend is kind of giving in, but it's not at fast enough. There is they're not really significant, but there's a lead at least. So even if DemiFiend drops 1 to 100, it should be still fine. GripWarrior trying to increase it, but I don't think it's working. DemiFiend is trying to give in a little bit. Oh no, this is making me so nervous.
This is so incredibly close. This is 0.03% separating these two players right now. DemiFiend still in the driver's seat. It's 0.2%. They cannot afford to drop any more 300s this late on into the map. They managed to hold on. Oh my god, it's 900!
Double 995 and a V1 double S. Only 200 total by the whole lobby. I just wanted to say, imagine getting a 995k in this map and still losing the pick. Wow, that was an insane match. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that is way too close for comfort. And DemiFiend notches their first point on the board, taking the break point back that they gave over to GripWarrior with an opportunity to tie things up. Immediately, it is going to be Initia coming out, still staying with the wild cards. Oh my goodness, what a match so far.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I stayed up for this, but my heart is pumping so fast right now.
This is, I am virtually on the edge of my seat. If it weren't for the fact that it is literally freezing in my room right now, I would be standing to cast this match. But as it stands, it looks like both players are ready. We are going to get into this fourth map of this best of 11. Neither player giving an inch despite giving over breakpoints respectively.
Yeah, Demi has to win this pick. Like, I don't think you would want to be in a situation where you'll be forced to win another breakpoint of GripWarriors for you to even be back in the match. But right now, it does look like I think the reason why DemiFiend picked this is because it's very awkward but still comfortable and within his range. So certainly a good choice if that's what Demi was going for. But right now, GripWarrior is not too far behind. Again, it's really going to be based on the consistency battle. Who would give in first?
Yeah, right now these guys are playing a game of chicken with each other in terms of their accuracy, both hovering in that 99.8 range. Demi with the narrowest of leads for the moment. Dare I even call it a lead? GripWarrior is 0.03% behind. That is basically hundreds of points as Bancho tries to keep everything in sync for the moment. As we make our way into the back half of the map, it is still more of the same. Demi pulling just the tiniest advantages here and there in the trades. GripWarrior finding those extra 300s that are damaging their accuracy ever so slightly as they fall further and further down into the 99.8 ranges. DemiFiend still in that 99.9% perch, but we have seen this before. Immaculate runs from them, marred by singular slider breaks. Can they keep it clean going into the last quarter of the map here?
Oh my god, what is this act from Demi? Even after the rolls, it's still a 99.9? Are you serious? Look at GripWarrior's act is also unfathomably good.
Yeah, these are two players pushing each other to the extreme limits of performance here. It is still DemiFiend ahead by 0.04%. It is coming down to the wire. Last couple of bursts to read through, and it looks like DemiFiend is going to be able to do it. Last couple of impacts, they do it. They notch it up 2-2 with a 996,000 run. Another 2v1 double S. What?
Double V1 double S. What is going on? How is this even possible? How are there 2v1 double S's in the semifinal stage?
This is disgusting. This is absolutely insane levels of performance from two of the top seeded players in this tournament. There's a reason why these two are facing off here in the semifinals. They are the top of all the LM players left in this tournament, and they are proving it here. Coordination 3 going to be the pick for GripWarrior. All things square now. It is now essentially a best of 7.
I don't like this pick. I mean, yes, you're right. It is a best of 7, but because of that, every pick is going to be more risky than ever. Like, yes, you did say it is a best of 7. While it is good that both players won their own picks, I bet like both of them are just feeling so much more nervous than ever now. Every pick at this point is a must win. As you said, there are only 4 points left. Who's gonna be the first one to get 4?
It remains to be seen, but we see Demi dropping a couple of 200s very early on into this map. Dare we call this a borderline technical pick with what you're being asked to do, especially as we make our way into these nasty inverse bursts
That's
into
true.
the pure bursts themselves, and GripWarrior are actually going to fall from their perch, give DemiFiend back the lead going into the second quarter of the map as GripWarrior starts to find rushes of 200s trying to navigate through these bursts. And you were saying you didn't like this pick at all. It is not working out in favor of GripWarrior for the moment. 99.59 for them. DemiFiend climbing in accuracy back up to 99.83. What is this accuracy from Demi?
I mean, I can see why GripWarrior want to choose this because we have seen in the past that players who tend to choke a lot are missing here, and it doesn't look like DemiFiend is doing it anytime soon. GripWarrior is increasing that accuracy really fast, but Demi does drop. There is a drop that I think GripWarrior was hoping to happen, but if there's any saving grace, that accuracy lead by Demi is actually pretty big. So if GripWarrior does not increase that act really fast, or even worse, if GripWarrior drops, it would be even worse than it is right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That drop was very clean. DemiFiend already back up into that 99.8 range, and they have started to take the lead back. It usually takes about 0.2% to overcome the misses once you get back up over that 400 combo cap, and that is the buffer that DemiFiend is working with right now. It is up to GripWarrior to close ranks ever so slightly. They don't need to match it. They just need to close it up a little bit here as we make our way into the last third of the map, and as we start to see these next couple of bursts start to come out, it starts to be a bit of a tug of war between DemiFiend and GripWarrior.
It is true, and GripWarrior is increasing that accuracy pretty fast. I don't know who has the lead right now. My heart is... Oh my god, I don't even know. I've said my heart is pumping so many times already, but that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. No drops can be afforded by any player. Like, literally, if GripWarrior drops, I think it's game over.
Yeah, if there are any more 200s coming out from GripWarrior, it is going to be the end. But that being said, on the other side, DemiFiend cannot afford to drop any more accuracy, but I only see Rainbow 300s coming out from them. 99.82, despite that drop, the immaculate accuracy going to carry DemiFiend through at the end, and a 990,000 score to take another breakpoint from GripWarrior here.
How is Demi still maintaining? Is it mere Demi got 1 to 10 ratio on every pick so far?
Yeah, basically they are they are a machine tearing through these LN maps. A singular miss basically tanked through with a singular 200 as well. Oh my goodness, what a fight between these two players. DemiFiend taking a second breakpoint off of GripWarrior, making the streak now 3 maps given to each other, and making it 3-2 as DemiFiend decides to go for Tortura here.
Yeah, Tortura is certainly a pick that... I think this pick favors DemiFiend by a small margin, because GripWarrior is also notorious for having really good inverses. But, you know, that's kind of expected with players who are really good at LM, but are also just physically among the best players in the world. And I think GripWarrior really can take a breakpoint back in this pick. But Demi certainly is such a force to be reckoned on maps like this.
Yeah, for sure. Even when they do make a mistake, they shield themselves so well from the advances of their opponents that they can shake it off like they did on Coordination 3. Let's see if they can manage to keep a clean run here. You'd imagine they'd be able to. It is their pick after all. And as we make our way into the second quarter of the map, what are these accuracies we're seeing? 99.9s apiece between these two players.
Yep, 99.94 and 99.92. I think they're both increasing in accuracy. DemiFiend at 99.95, GripWarrior at 99.9. Yep.
Okay.
Wait a minute. This is illegal.
This is borderline disgusting. This is, as you said, illegal. This is not supposed to be happening on a map like this in semifinals. Already in the back half of the map, they are tied basically 99.9s apiece. I don't think any of them have dropped anything below a 300 so far. As we make our way into the last third of the map, this is still neck and neck. A singular 200 can make all the difference here.
Here we go. GripWarrior, I think, is kind of getting a lower accuracy. That's some 300 rushes there. Demi is just killing it right now. Still at 99.93. What is going on? What are these accuracies?
These are not allowed. This is not what is supposed to be happening here. This is illegal. This is
What?
oh my
What is
god.
this? What is
One
this?
last note.
Wait, there's one last note.
Oh, Demi, no! Oh no! Dropping the
No!
last note, and that gives the point
No!
over to GripWarrior on.
No!
Oh no! They thought they
Wait.
had it in the bag. They thought the map was over. They didn't press the last note. They had the win in the bag, and they give over the silliest breakpoint of all time back to GripWarrior to make it 3-3 now. It caught our referee so off guard that they marked the point for Demi. They thought they had it in the bag there.
I'm not wait, sorry, but like, man, that last pick was I'm sorry, but what? Wait,
Uh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink water for now. I'm gonna drink some water.
we there no that yeah, you just gotta take a deep breath, shake it off. Dare I say, we're going into Crank It. It's going to be Tech 2. Oh my goodness. What are we seeing between these two players? Anybody else in this tournament and DemiFiend can get away with that miss at the very last note. But not against GripWarrior, and GripWarrior is going to try to take advantage of this on Tech 2 here.
Oh man, this is not a good position to be in if you're in Demi's. But it's not over yet. It's just one pick.
Yeah, but this is not your ordinary competitor on the other side. You have somebody that can actually capitalize on those little blunders, and it is those fine margins that can come back to bite you as we make our way deeper into the match. But as it stands, it looks like DemiFiend is relatively unfazed by it so far, still holding on to the accuracy advantage here as we make our way into the second third of the map, but they are starting to come back down to earth to meet GripWarrior. It is 200%. We're going to start playing tug of war with this leaderboard before too long here.
That is true, and right now, oh, GripWarrior drops to 200. Demi has a slight advantage right now. Oh my god, what is this exact difference?
This
Literally
is
0.04.
You could throw a postage stamp over both of these players and cover how close they are. It is time for the back half of the map to come through here. It is 300% for DemiFiend to work with as things stand, able to potentially take yet another breakpoint away from GripWarrior. They're basically picking each other's maps right now as we make our way into the last quarter of the map. GripWarrior finding another rush of 300s here, maybe a singular 200 as well to damage their accuracy a little bit more, down into that mid 99.7 range. DemiFiend still in that perch of 99.8, all to play for still.
Oh my goodness, wait, it's literally just a 2k lead. Any break from either player would seal the deal, as I've been saying a while ago. It's definitely not over yet. There's still some map left. GripWarrior has to hope for DemiFiend to drop in any period, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
No, they're staying as consistent as ever, shaking off the nerves from that last pick and responding in kind. Another breakpoint being traded over, a V1 double S to respond to that blunder from the last map, and they make it 4-3 now.
That's true, and I think the pick to make was supposed to be Lamia, but looks like DemiFiend is going for Sugar Bitter Toast Sugar Step. That is going to be an interesting selection.
Yeah, for sure. The last coordination pick coming out here. Oh my goodness. As we make our way into this map, we saw what happened on that last coordination pick, or rather that the map before. It came down to the last note. That is the margin that these two have to play with. They are ready for this next map. GripWarrior trying to keep that streak of breakpoints alive. DemiFiend trying to force a match point situation here.
That is true, and I'm not. I think the reason why DemiFiend selected this is so like, even if Demi drops, it would not really be as bad as something like Tortura or something like that.
Yeah, this is the longest map in the regular pool, I believe, so definitely gives you a bit more room for error, especially with how clean Demi's drops have been. They can definitely overcome any sort of slip up, but you don't want to open that Pandora's box. You don't want to throw things into disarray here. You just want to put on the best performance that you can, and right now they are definitely doing that. 99.92 for them. GripWarrior not too far behind. 99.86 for them, trying to capitalize on any drops that DemiFiend does make going into the second quarter of this map.
That's true. Just gonna say, GripWarrior has yet to miss on any map whatsoever. I've seen Demi Slider broke on like 2 maps, but GripWarrior has not done that yet. And it doesn't look like they're gonna do it anytime soon. Right now, the accuracy lead is in DemiFiend's favor clearly. And for a map as long as this, I think this is actually pretty significant.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to fall off of this perch is very hard. It's going to take a rush of 300s or 200s to make a difference here, but they have settled into a bit of a groove. DemiFiend does find a bit of damage going into the second third of the map, but it is minuscule by comparison to GripWarrior. 99.85 for them, 400s of a percent the difference between these two. And like I said, you can throw the
wait
smallest
a minute.
object in the world. Ooh,
Wait a minute!
that was a
Wait a
bad
minute!
release.
Looks like DemiFiend rushed some 300s or even got some 200s there, but I am certain DemiFiend would be able to race that act pretty fast.
Yeah,
There's actually a... Go ahead.
Already doing some damage control here as we make our way into the back half of the map. As you said, on the transition out of that last section, maybe a rush of 200s on the last release, going to be damaging their accuracy a little bit, but able to pull back that 300s of a percent lead that they've had over GripWarrior so far.
It looks like no one is gonna drop anytime soon. But it does seem like there is an accuracy advantage for DemiFiend. But you gotta watch out for that one mini jack in that one section. You miss there, it's game over. But it doesn't look like anyone's dropping anytime soon. Unstable rates are very, very stable, even though the name suggests that it's unstable.
Yeah, for sure. Immaculate ratios from both of these players, but they are now virtually tied. I think DemiFiend's been finding more and more 300s going into this back half of the map compared to GripWarrior, and now they are virtually tied, 99.85 apiece. It is basically maybe 1 200 or a handful of 300s separating these two players.
Yeah, this is so close. I don't even know what's going on at this point. There's still some time, however. I feel like they can still catch up. GripWarriors. Oh my god, the act is literally tied right now. But Demi gets a 0.01 increase. And that could mean the world on a map like this. Oh my god, my heart is shaking so fast.
This is the narrowest of margins this deep on into a map. Any singular 200 drops will be catastrophic for either player. It will be so hard to recover from, to try and pull back that accuracy. DemiFiend loses that singular 100th of a percent advantage that they had over GripWarrior. We are virtually tied going into the last sliver of the map. It is too close to call. Less than 100,000 points separating these two players. It is going to come down to the wire once again. Neither player can afford to blink here. It is still DemiFiend holding on to the advantage for the moment. At least as far as the scoreboard is concerned, it is going to come down to a photo finish between these two players. GripWarrior gives up the last 100th of a percent. It is still DemiFiend's to take.
Oh my god, that was so close. 400 points. I would have thought that was only 50 something 300s of a difference between Demi and Grip. That was literally it. Imagine if DemiFiend did not drop that one note on Tortura, that would have been over, but it's not. We have a match that's still ongoing as of this moment.
Oh my god. If you were to tell me that in the semifinals, 2 of the top 3 seeds in this tournament would be separated by 400 points on a map that is over 4 minutes long, I would not have believed you. This is such a tight matchup, and you said it perfectly. If Demi does not blunder that last release on Tortura, this match would be over. But as it stands, it is match point for DemiFiend. GripWarrior needs to take this and a breakpoint off
Wait,
of our #1 seed.
this is a bad pick in my opinion. Why is GripWarrior touching Lamia? This is exactly the pick that I was saying that DemiFiend has a really good chance at winning because there's a lot of LN Vault and that's the type of map that DemiFiend would destroy.
Yeah, for sure, but with the way DemiFiend has been playing, maybe they find a slip up trying to read their way through this. And GripWarrior definitely more than capable of capitalizing on those types of mistakes.
Alright, we'll have to see. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, this map was featured in soft but on the 1.05 rate. But yeah, it just goes to show how difficult this tournament is.
Yeah, for sure. No punches pulled here. It has been a hard-fought battle between two of the best LN players in the world, at least in this tournament. And once again, they are tied right out of the gate. There is very little separating these two players at the moment as Demi ekes out the tiniest of advantages for the moment.
And oh my god, Demi, look at Demi's act right now. Literally on pace for 998k. And look at GripWarrior. Oh, that was a 200 drop. That is not that good, but luckily it's at the early stage of this map and there's still a lot of opportunities for breaks to happen. But you really need that accuracy to be up there this early as well.
Yeah, for sure. It can definitely make a world of difference. Demi is not the type to drop 200s all that often, and even when they do find those breaks, the accuracy more than makes up for it to try and cover their tracks. As we make our way into the back half of the map, it is 0.1%, and GripWarrior is going to find a slider break! No!
That's not what GripWarrior would have wanted! That's actually a huge slider break! I think that... Wait, that's another slider... What's happening?
Yeah, they see the writing on the wall. There is no way. With the way things have been between these two, GripWarrior knows that any sort of mistake like that, and it is game over. Maybe just relenting a little bit, seeing the writing on the wall. Last third of the map still to come. Hopefully it wasn't a mechanical issue. Demi does finally trade the miss back, but the damage has been done. Demi has such a massive cushion to work with going to the last quarter of the map.
Yeah, that is true, and GripWarrior missed again. That is so unfortunate. I think this would give Demi the victory that they would have really gotten in the first place with the Tortura performance. But man, what a match this was. You know, this looks like to be 6-3, right? This looks more like a 6-5 to me, not a 6-3.
Yeah, every single map has felt like a tiebreaker performance. Just both players leaving it all out on the table. But when all is said and done, when the dust settles, it is going to be DemiFiend punching their ticket into the winners finals, knocking GripWarrior down into losers finals to face off against Pavin. And oh my goodness,
what is that ratio? What is that ratio from DemiFiend? Good game, well played. Wait, what happened?
Yeah, I think
I just hope everyone's alright. Like this match is certainly going to give heavy feelings to both players. Because of the emotions that this match would really give. A match as close as this, I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully GripWarrior is alright. I wonder if it might have been like a bit of a lag spike at the most inopportune time during that Lamia pick, but regardless, the accuracy difference between them and DemiFiend was probably going to settle the difference. And DemiFiend, congratulations to them securing themselves top 3 position in this tournament. Oh my goodness, what a performance from both of these players.
Yep, they both perform absolutely amazing. Like, man, just an amazing performance in general.
Yeah, for sure. But with that being said, that will conclude the semifinals weekend. All the matches have concluded. We have our, I believe, top 6 now that are going to be facing off in finals. If we can pull up the bracket here, every match has been decided. It is going to be DemiFiend going up against yourself, Silueska Els, Are you excited for that prospect?
Oh my god, this is I'm really glad that I'm gonna be able to play against one of my close friends of this moment, Demi. I'm so happy to be playing against him. I'm
Yep,
excited, and like I'm just excited to see the scores that he'll pull off.
for sure. I think we're all going to be looking very forward to that match. And on the loser's side, it is going to be, I don't believe the bracket has been updated. Pavin did defeat Mr. Moo early on this weekend, and it is going to be GripWarrior up against Pavin in the first losers finals match. And just above them, it is going to be, I believe, Miku Aimbot going up against Grow Roasted on the top half of that losers finals. They did defeat Ting Momentum 6-5 in a 800 point difference tiebreaker match.
Yeah, that is gonna be so interesting. Two two players in Mikoibot and Pavin, well, both just really good players, and now they're gonna be up against Full Roasted and GripWarrior. I don't know who wins those matches. Actually, it could go any way.
Yeah, for sure. But with that being said, on behalf of all of us here, it is time for us to say our farewells. The Map Pool Showcase will be taking place in about 6 hours. Definitely don't want to miss it. I believe the Map Poolers have quite a bit in store for the final 6.
Yeah, well, no one would want to miss the matches that are gonna happen. It's just all around insanity.
So then, we'll catch you guys later.